Greetings yet again. As usual, I am Russ Hatfield, and, as usual, I am being joined by my twin soul Kara, who is a higher dimensional member of Ashtar Command and ambassador to Sirius. This editorial for June is some comparisons between higher dimensional races and humanity, and we call what we found cosmic comparisons. Now, life on other worlds other than our own are not so different. We point out some similarities that we found interesting. Those thinking that ascension to a higher dimension would be radically different from the third dimension will find that the transition is not so unusual. For a full transcript of this latest editorial, please go to our main homepage at hadesbasenews.com. We invite you to subscribe to become informed of future postings on the YouTube channel from the members of Ashtar Command. And now we present Cosmic Comparisons. Over the thousands of years of human development, a global world order has been established where the majority of the country's borders stay relatively unchanged, and the world wars of the past are distant memories. That is on this planet, on the third dimension. All that is a microcosm of what takes place among the stars in the skies. Whether humanity realizes it or not, they are part of a galactic community we're very much aware of them. It's a case where other races are deliberately not making themselves a part of our reality. It's where other races are protecting our planet to allow the human race to develop on its own timeline. That means Earth is off limits, with everyone besides humanity knowing that is the situation. The organization in charge of that protection is Ashtar Command, and that protection is managed and deployed from an underground base on Mars in a higher dimension. The base is called Hades Base, and an analogy for it would be the United Nations Peacekeeping Force. That's just one of the many analogies between Earth Society and Galactic Society. The ships that leave the base would be comparable to the border protection forces of most major countries, and the reason for those patrols are because the off-limit zones are breached by other third-dimensional races for various reasons. The Greys would be like poachers who trap their subjects for medical experimentation in a catch-and-release program. That is where the patrol ships of Ashtar Command would interdict the violating ships to rescue those who had been taken. Much like a poacher, the Greys would have little empathy for the subjects of the experimentation, as they would only be a means to an end. There is no risk of fleets of some other race coming down to take over the planet. The situation is similar to how much firepower the United Nations Peacekeeping Force has at its disposal should some conflict need managing. Ashtar Command is part of the Galactic Federation, which would be like the United Nations itself, only bigger. In the 18th century, colonies were being established by various countries around the globe. That still happens today on planets around the galaxy. There have been channeling sessions where we heard of pilots for the base who would take on the job of taking colonists to a new world they plan to make their new home. Then there is present-day Earth with the Olympics and ski races throughout the winter. Hades Base serves as one of the rotating stops of the annual Tri-Base Ski Tournament. It's a friendly contest between skiers from the base up against skiers from Sirius and Alpha Centauri. There are parties, and it's a big celebration, including games in the snow for the kids. The skiers, their friends and family, and officials from each base would make it a fun and as professional as any competition here on Earth. A couple of differences would be that no money would be exchanged, and the track would have sensors set up to detect if psychokinesis was being used. Other than that, it's a contest for bragging rights and a chance to get together each year, which wouldn't happen normally due to the distances between bases involved. In comparing the social structure of both dimensions, the higher dimensional world of Sirius has a system similar to medieval Europe, with several differences. A number of great families, instead of lords, manage the land and waters of the planet to provide for all, with tenants living on the land for free. They would grow food for themselves and everyone, or fishing for themselves and everyone. Instead of a king, there is a council that is representative of everyone on the planet, with the head of the council making the final decisions. We had the luck of having two members of the base of a major household channeling in the archives, and one of them helping to write this editorial. Kiri and Kara are of the Tanaka family, with their father the head of the council. It's because of them that we know so much of how the system of Sirius works. We hope we've given you a picture of how ascension to a higher dimension isn't the huge transition one might expect. If the Ashtar Command archives have shown us anything, it's that the life experience is just that. Experiencing, learning, and having fun, no matter the dimension. In love, light, and wisdom as one, Russ and Kara.